Ram just did the unthinkable. They officially killed the legendary Hemi V8, the very soul of American iron. The internet is in full-blown mourning, but Ram isn't apologizing. Instead, they're launching a brutal technological war. From a $40,000 vinyl seat workhorse to a controversial 690-mile hybrid and a $500,000 armored weapon built for corporate warlords. These are the 7 levels of Ram. The V8 is dead. The violence is just getting started. Level 1. The baseline. The Ram 1500 Tradesman. This is the truck that builds America, starting at around $40,000. Look closely because you won't find a single ounce of vanity here. It comes with yellow-tinged halogen headlights, black plastic bumpers that scream, "I'm here to smash into construction debris," and heavy-duty 18-inch steel wheels. Inside, it's a tactical tool. The seats aren't leather. They are covered in industrial-grade diesel gray vinyl. If you spill hot coffee, transmission fluid, or absolute mud on them, you don't call a detailer. You literally open the doors and hose the entire floor cabin out. It's that basic. But here is the multi-million-dollar tech secret. Underneath this ultra-cheap, stripped-back aesthetic is the exact same high-strength steel frame used in Ram's top-tier luxury models. Under the hood lies the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with e-torque. It's not fast, it's not loud, but it is bulletproof.
Ram makes almost zero profit margin on the Tradesman, but this vehicle serves a massive corporate purpose. Fleet sales of this truck generate the vital EPA emissions credits and production data points that Ram absolutely needs to justify building the high horsepower, tire-shredding lunacy waiting for us at the upper levels. Without this humble workhorse, the rest of this list would be illegal.
But what happens when you take that heavy-duty steel frame, strip away the cheap vinyl, and add an engine that made millions of truck owners completely lose their minds? To understand the deep betrayal of modern Detroit, we have to cross into Level 2. Level 2, the Executive Cowboy. The Ram 1500 Laramie. This is where Stellantis' cash register truly starts singing. The Laramie is Ram's masterclass in high-margin retail psychology. The price tag instantly balloons past $65,000, but look at what you're actually buying. The moment you pull the door handle, you escape the construction site and enter a private country club. The interior is a massive sea of premium Bristol leather, contrast stitching, and real open-pore wood accents. The center console is so massive, it can literally hold a 15-inch laptop and a suspension file system. But the real focal point is the massive, vertical 12-inch Uconnect touchscreen. It has more processing power than the computers that sent Apollo 11 to the moon, complete with split-screen navigation, custom trailer towing profiles, and a 19-speaker Harman Kardon sound system pushing 900 watts of audio power.
This is the level of disguised utility. Ram knows that 85% of Laramie buyers will never put a single piece of gravel in the truck bed. They are paying a $25,000 premium for a vehicle that acts like a Mercedes-Benz S-Class on the highway, but still allows them to maintain their rugged American identity when pulling into the suburban driveway.
Level 3. The Rebel King. The Ram 1500 RHO. When Ram announced they were killing the TRX, truck fans rioted. The RHO is Ram's calculated response to the chaos. This is the official debut of the 3-liter Hurricane high-output inline-6 engine. Dual turbochargers, 540 horsepower, 521 pound-feet of torque. Purists called a 6-cylinder engine sacrilege until they actually stepped on the throttle. The RHO is a dynamic, wide-body desert racer straight from the factory. It sits a massive 8 inches wider than a standard Ram 1500 and features integrated composite fender flares to clear a massive 35-inch set of Goodyear Territory all-terrain tires. The real engineering magic is hidden in the wheel wells. The Bilstein Blackhawk E2 adaptive performance suspension. These shocks utilize remote reservoirs and nitrogen-charged technology to process changes in terrain up to 100 times per second.
You can launch this 3-ton truck off a sand dune at 90 miles per hour, land with absolute pillowy smoothness, and then immediately accelerate from 0 to 60 in just 4.6 seconds on the asphalt. Ram priced this beast strategically underneath the Ford Raptor, making Level 3 the most aggressive performance bargain in the world today.
But desert jumps and fast-track times mean absolutely nothing when you have to haul real weight. If you want to move away from high-speed toys and look at raw industrial dominance, you have to look at the numbers behind Level 4. Level 4, the Alpha Tow Vehicle. the Ram 3500 Heavy-Duty Heavyweight. This level exits the lifestyle market entirely and enters the world of commercial-grade logistics. The starting price easily breaches $90,000, and every single cent is spent on mechanical durability. The entire vehicle centers around one component, the legendary 6.7-liter high-output Cummins turbo diesel inline-six. This iron block monster produces a mind-numbing 1,075 pound-feet of torque at just 1,800 RPM. To handle that insane twisting force, Ram had to source a specialized, ultra-heavy-duty Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission that feels like it belongs in a freight train. Look at the back, a massive dually rear axle setup wrapped in heavy-duty leaf springs. When properly configured with a gooseneck hitch, Level 4 can legally tow a staggering 37,090 pounds. That means you can hook up a commercial flatbed, load 3 full-sized vehicles on the back, drive up a brutal 6-degree mountain grade in Colorado, and the engine temperature gauge won't even flinch. Buyers don't purchase a Cummins Ram to show off at the grocery store. They buy it as a commercial asset designed to run for over 500,000 miles without an engine overhaul. Level 5. The mechanical paradox. The Ram 1500 Ramcharger. This vehicle is causing an absolute war in the automotive industry because it completely breaks the laws of standard EV physics. It features 2 massive electric motors producing 663 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds. But look under the hood. There is a 3.6-liter V6 gasoline engine sitting right there. Here is the mind-blowing catch. That gasoline engine has absolutely zero physical connection to the wheels. It cannot drive the truck. It acts strictly as an onboard 130 kilowatt electrical generator. The engineering genius here is total elimination of range anxiety. While Ford Lightning or Cyberbeast owners face a total nightmare trying to find a high-speed charging station while towing a heavy trailer, the Ramcharger owner simply pulls into a regular gas station, fills up the 27-gallon generator tank in 2 minutes, and hits the road with a total driving range of 690 miles.
It utilizes liquid fuel for ultimate survival, but runs on electricity for instant, violent torque. It is the ultimate hybrid compromise that the rest of the industry is scrambling to copy.
But even a 690-mile high-tech marvel can be stopped dead by a well-placed round of ammunition. To reach the absolute peak of the Ram ecosystem, we have to leave factory dealerships behind and enter a world of pure, unadulterated madness. Level 6. The Ghost of Detroit. The Ram 1500 TRX Final Edition. This is an absolute collector's holy grail, with prices easily clearing $120,000 before insane dealer markups. Before the government and emissions laws forced Ram to transition to 6 cylinders, they built this final, catastrophic monument to internal combustion insanity. Under the massive scooped hood lies the legendary 6.2-liter supercharged Hellcat V8 engine, pumping out 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. The TRX doesn't just accelerate, it violently distorts reality. It launches its massive 3.2-ton body from 0 to 60 in a terrifying 3.7 seconds. When you mash the pedal, the cabin is filled with a deafening combination of deep V8 exhaust roar and a high-pitched supercharger whine that sounds like a banshee trapped in the intake manifold. It drinks fuel at a shocking rate of 10 miles per gallon, but nobody cares.
Ram limited production of the final edition to a tiny handful of units, making it a highly protected financial asset. It is a rolling historical monument to the peak of automotive excess, a truck so loud, so fast, and so unapologetically thirsty that it will never be legally allowed to happen again.
Level 7. The Ultimate Overlord. The Rezvani Hercules 6x6. Look closely at this terrifying, stealth fighter-inspired titan costing a jaw-dropping $500,000. You would never guess its core secret by looking at the angular bodywork. Underneath that military-grade exterior is the chassis, electrical architecture, and heart of a Ram heavy-duty truck. The Hercules is the absolute manifestation of Ram's heavy metal frame taken to its furthest logical extreme. Rezvani adds a custom third axle, creating a true 6x6 drive system that can claw through any terrain on Earth. But the real cost comes from the defense specifications. This vehicle features fully rated ballistic armor, bulletproof glass capable of stopping high-velocity rifle rounds, an underside explosion protection shield to survive pipe bombs, and an integrated electromagnetic pulse (EMP) protection system to ensure the electronics keep running during a nuclear or grid strike.
It even features survival spec electrified door handles to instantly drop carjackers to the ground. You can even option it with a custom 1300 horsepower Demon V8. This is the final boss. It proves that when the world's elite need a vehicle capable of surviving an active war zone while wrapped in bespoke leather luxury, they rely on the unbreakable bones of a Ram.
From the mud-stained vinyl floor of the Tradesman to the bulletproof glass of the six-wheeled Hercules, Ram has proven they don't build vehicles for people who want to blend into the crowd. They build for the loud, the heavy, and the defiant. The automotive landscape is shifting fast, but no matter what fuel it burns, a Ram will always sit right at the top of the food chain. The only question left is, how much power can your wallet handle? Let me know in the comments which level you're taking home, and hit subscribe for more deep breakdowns.